Doon po sa deed of sale, ang nakalagay doon, kung titingnan niyo po yung deed of sale, ang nakalagay doon po sa paragraph 4, pakibigay lang sa testigo noong deed of sale. Mr. Witness.
Opo.
Opo. On page 3, paragraph 4. Opo. Dito po nakalagay, capital gains tax which shall be for the account of Basa Gidote.
Opo.
Ibig sabihin, yung capital gains ang dapat ang magbayad ang Basa Gidote.
Opo.
Yung 34,703,800 pesos, yan po kasama ang capital gains doon.
Sila po ang mananagot doon.
Dapat, opo, yan po nakalagay sa kontrata.
Yan po nakalagay.
Opo. At yan po ay sa alam mo po ba na hanggang ngayon ang titulo ay nasa Basa Gidote Enterprises pa? Alam po niyo, hindi?
Hindi ko po alam.
Hindi mo po alam. Hindi mo pa alam na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa po bayad ang capital gains tax.
Again, I have no way of...
you have no way of knowing. You have no way of knowing that up to now, the title is still in the name of Basa Gidote, and the reason is the capital gains tax have not been paid. You would not know that.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. And also, the value-added tax, you wouldn't know that it has been paid. It has not been paid, I'm sorry. You wouldn't know that, Mr. Witness.
Hindi ko na po alam yun.
Now, Mr. Witness, you earlier cited the notice of suspension. Alam niyo po, sa notice of suspension, isa po sa mga pinoint out noong Commission on Audit, kulang po ang dokumento doon po sa bentahan. Specifically, yung sinasabi recommendation of the appraisal committee as to the reasonableness of the price was not submitted. Pwede ho bang
every year, at the end of the year, the Commission on Audit, local, submits to the executive, the chief executive, a list of questioned transactions.
Opo.
And notice of suspension are given, notices of suspension. And it is presumed by the local chief executive that the pointed out deficiencies are immediately complied with and responded to by the offices concerned. In this particular transaction, the notice of the mayor, the assessor, accountant, the treasurer, secretary, legal officer are called. And as a regular rule, as soon as the submitted documents are given in, the notice of suspension is lifted. Because otherwise, every year, the subject matters question, transactions listed for suspension, will appear every year. At kaya kami po ino-audit ng National COA at the end of each year. And all of this should normally appear. And if indeed not satisfied with the explanations of the executive and the legislative and the administration, they will make it mature to something else.
Notice of disallowance.
Disallowance. Pero hindi po nangyari yun eh. So, ang presumption ng yung lingkod ay nasagot na lahat yan because maraming kini-question, sinasagot po dapat yan at pinaliliwanag. Ang malamang na sinabi po ng tanggapan ko, yung lalo na po rin sa punto ng Committee on Appraisal, na ang aming appraisal for that particular transaction was very, very accurate, considering that we sold a property of the government for 155 million pesos and paid for by the LRTA, and here we are buying another parcel of land for 34 million for the same purpose of the other one.
So, was that recommendation in
The gentleman
writing?
from Iloilo has 1 minute to
I'm sorry.
finish.
Yes. Was that recommendation in writing?
Yes, I'm sure the recommendation was done in writing, because otherwise, this item would have appeared in 2003, 2004. It would have bothered me, and I would have instructed my people to give more attention to that particular item.
Well, because I have information that up to this point, there is no appraisal, there is no recommendation on the reasonableness of the price, for which reason the transaction, the finding may have ripened into a notice of dissolution. But in any case, yes, Mr. President, I will not stop at this point because I believe that through the answers of the witness, there was some degree of lack of due diligence and extraordinary diligence in handling funds for the people of Manila. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right.
No, if Your Honor, please.
Counsel for the proceedings.
If Your Honor, please.
Yes.
May I have even only 1 minute, Your Honor?
You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor. In connection with the non-payment of the capital gain tax, Your Honor, we have in our possession a letter,
Your Honor, please.
BIR ruling, Your Honor, signed by Mr. Edmundo P. Guevara, Deputy Commissioner for Legal and Inspection Group, which consists of 2 pages, dated May 22, 2001, which states that no capital gain tax may be levied on the excess of just compensation.
I'm
paid
sorry,
by-
Your Honor.
I'll ask this be marked as Exhibit 2.
Because that is presenting evidence by manifestation, Your Honor, with due respect.
Yeah, but you may not be conversant with the rule. We cannot object to the manifestation.
What is the basis of your objection?
Your Honor, with due respect to Justice Cuevas, he is volunteering this information regarding the exemption without the benefit of proper question, Your Honor.
Yes, we will
Well,
do that.
There was a question from the court.
And I'm still on cross, Your Honor.
There was a question from the court, and the counsel for the
I
defense.
yield, Your Honor. I submit.
Yeah, and
Thank
isn't
you.
this also subject to doxy stamp
The
transaction?
the transaction, Your Honor? I think so, Your Honor. But we have not gone deeper into that aspect because to us, as we have previously earlier manifested, Your Honor, the transaction had been consummated, the properties had been delivered to the
That's
City
correct,
of Manila. They constructed already the public market there. If they are not interested anymore, we are willing to accept back the property, Your Honor.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
And
The transaction is finished.
Yes, Your Honor, it's already consummatum est.
It's just a question of relating this to the impeachment
Yes,
case before us.
yes, Your Honor.
So,
Thank you.
counsel, for the continue with your course.
Your Honor, may we just mark in evidence additionally as appearing in the dorsal portion of the subject check, marked Exhibit 238 for the defense and 11J for the prosecution. We have marked earlier the notation appearing at the back thereof, and as pointed out by Senator Drilon, the notation for deposit 2, account number so-and-so, signed by R. Corona. We would like to request that the stamp mark reading Land Bank Malacanang Branch, teller number 2, to be further marked in evidence for the prosecution as Exhibit J-3, Your Honor.
Mark it accordingly for the prosecution.
You were saying something when we mark our evidence by in pursuant to our manifestation, but that's not been testified to by the witness.
Any further Any further question from the prosecution?
Yes, Your Honor, much as we want to proceed, but as we have earlier manifested, because of the other documents presented through this, through our good mayor, we have to examine them first, and we need time to study. So we will have to ask for continuance, Your Honor.
Of your cross.
Of the cross, Your Honor.
What's the pleasure of the defense?
We submit to the discretion of the
All
Honorable
right.
Court, Your Honor.
Granted.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
The witness is discharged in the meantime, and we will notify him for regarding the next hearing of this case. Counsel for the defense, they have
Your Honor, please, if it will not be asking too much, may we be informed what those documents are so that we can make them available. We can even have them Xerox copied and furnish them
Then,
with copies thereof.
the prosecution is will state for the record the documents that you want to
Yeah. We are willing to furnish them.
have and examine for
We have even observed that in the other documents, like the disbursement voucher, there are some entries therein that which could not be read. And we were really taken by surprise with these documents. So we have to have time, Your Honor. And maybe confer with them, Your Honor.
No, I know. I hope you do not. I'm not misunderstood. We are not objecting to your request. We are very much willing to accede.
We will
But
confer.
in order to do some assistance to you, we were manifesting to the court that we are willing to have these documents Xerox copied, and furnish you with copies.
Thank you for that, Mr. Justice.
I do not think there is anything
All
wrong.
right.
Thank you, Justice.
you may confer with the defense to get the documents you want to examine.
Yes, Your Honor. We will do that later on, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Is there anyone who would want to ask questions from the witness? The gentle lady from Antique and Malabon and the Philippines.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, Mr. President. Just one very short question to the defense lead counsel, Mr. President. The Honorable Justice Cuevas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Since we are adjourning today, March 22nd, and we'll resume the impeachment trial on May 7, the deadline for the submission or filing of the SAL-N is on April 30. Many of our colleagues in the impeachment court would just like to know, will the Chief Justice amend his SAL-N come April 30?
I have not yet, frankly speaking, Your Honor, I have not yet conferred with him in connection with this matter.